Okay. We're live there. We're live here. Everything is good. We live. We live right now. Hopefully this shit works. I know I'm cursing already in the morning. What time is it? It is Sunday, July 7th, 2024. Sunday, July 7th. Yeah, we date these, right? So we don't know how long we gonna do this thing, right? Good morning, everybody. I don't even know why I feel sorry for myself right now. Sounds like a very weird type of situation, I think. We're going to talk about coffee. I think so. I wasn't going to record this at all. I really wasn't. I was just going to do a old school, at least old school for me, audio version of this. But I got up at a decent time. The light is out. And this is like one of my favorite views of the office studio, whatnot, whatever you want to call it. I was gonna kick this other chair out of the frame, but who cares? I don't know how many people actually watched the video version. I actually haven't posted the video version of my podcast in a while. But yeah, this is me. Just woke up, did my workout, and now I'm doing this podcast. I don't know really where it's gonna go. I can look up a topic that I have topics of and talk from there, but I think I'm just going to talk, okay? We don't know how long this is going to be. I think a lot of times, I think that these are for people, which I believe they are, but a good bit of why I think I gravitate to the podcast thing is because it's another form of therapy for myself. See, I did therapy many years ago. I like therapy. And I think the biggest thing that therapy does for you is it allows you to look at yourself in the mirror and reflect on things that you're doing and all that, right? So that's kind of like where I'm at with a lot of these things. And that's what I am with this stuff right now. Another form of therapy that I usually do is I do a journal. I walk. Try not to. I walk with my headphones, either listen to YouTube or podcasts. But sometimes I do a solo walk where I'm not listening to anything. Lately, I've been talking to ChatGPT, which has been really helpful. Very much more so like an objective type of thing. But writing, I said that already. And then now it's almost been a year, almost close to 100 episodes in. And I look forward to these podcasts, most of them, all of them really. They bring out different things for me. And as I'm here talking, I'm trying to just really reflect on things that are going on in my life, things that I've done, and how I think things should go with things, right? And, it's interesting whenever I talk to people about coffee, they seem to always ask me about it. They always get back because you can only talk about engineering so much, about the job and all that good stuff, right? And a lot of them have this look on their face of like, you still doing that? Yeah, I'm still doing that. I'm still doing coffee because I told a friend many months ago that I can't give up on coffee, the coffee business. I can drink coffee all day long. I already have the gear to roast coffee just for myself and just keep it moving, right? If I decide to stop that, which I don't think I will, because I'm about to explain the reason why, is because what the hell is going on here? You guys need to relax. I'm just talking to myself. Leave me alone, doggy. Where's the doggy at? She back there. I thought that was the boy. It's because it's business. And business is business, right? And no matter what type of business I get into, I'm going to have to figure it out. The thing about business or me is that I've been here many times to where I've tried something out and I stopped it, tried something out and I stopped it. And I wonder all the time why it kind of happens this way. And the beauty of the realization and using this podcast as my platform to express myself, to just be more open, is that I'm able to truly, really be that person who understands what's going on in the trajectory of where they are right now. And I've tried many things in my business career, especially with coffee, and certain things did work, certain things didn't work. I'm still working on things that I have thought about for over a year, and this YouTube thingy for about 6 months that haven't, I think, materialized. Is that the right word? It probably isn't, but matured. I think that's closer to what I'm thinking about right now. And things always take longer than what you think, especially when you're doing majority of the stuff by yourself. And I do believe I'm getting better at this. I think this is fun, but I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of times these things can be very tough. It's very tough to really express yourself, to really get out there, to put yourself out there. And then people, either you want that criticism or you don't. People always have an opinion about the direction that you're really going in, right? And it's okay. Sometimes it's good information. Sometimes it's not. But I never really shied away from the challenge, especially towards the beginning. I think YouTube is still hard as hell. It's still one of the hardest things that I've done. And it will continue to be hard. I am getting better. But I guess what I'm saying is that there's many roads to this. There's many struggles. There's many things that we can focus on and all that good stuff, right? But it's something that I know that as I keep doing these and get better, things are going to be going in a direction that I don't even know where it's going to go. It's like when I do a couple of videos, I had an idea of doing this and then that, right? Did behind the scenes and then do these different other things, and then certain videos pop off more than others. And it's kind of interesting that how certain things that kind of determines the angle that you are going to go in, right? It could be. But I guess what I'm saying, to kind of give it back to other people, is that there's many things that you go through in your life that I go through, and we question it. We're wondering if we're still on the right path. We're thinking, why isn't it working so much for me right now? What am I doing wrong? What are the things that I need to focus on and do better on so then I can be a better person, a better, you're middle of the path of the journey, and you're going down that same path, and you're getting rocks thrown at you, and you're there, and you think and you contemplate and you want to get to the place to where it does make sense, but you're still questioning the path that you're actually on. Because that's the thing about a journey. You got to start and you got to end. Yeah. You figure out that you're going to do this, and then you figure out that you're not going to do this, right? But nobody really mentions or says much about how the path, of course, isn't straight, right? But sometimes you can go back and then come back and then go this way, left, right, whatever. And you want to change different sceneries and all that good stuff. I guess what I'm really trying to get at right now is that you wonder if what you're doing makes sense, especially if things aren't moving in a way that you want to, right? Don't get me wrong. I do feel that I'm on a good trajectory of what I'm really trying to do with coffee, with this channel, with this business, with this page, with this platform, so to speak. I do wonder about that, right? And as I keep going and keep trying to understand the things that I need to, want to, have to do in this whole game of life, I constantly think about all of that. I constantly think about all the things that I need to want to do. I constantly think about what matters the most, and it's one of those things to where I challenge myself in order to do better. I don't really ask much from other people because, I have a tendency, people have a tendency to let me down because I was talking to a friend about this when I was in Tulum. I don't think I brought this up, but I told him I don't really care for people. And he was kind of shocked about that and how open I was about that. And it kind of got me thinking about it in a different way. And meaning what I mean by that is that he asked me like, so what do you really mean by that? You know? And what I told him, which I do believe, is this. People suck. People suck. A lot of times when you deal or with people, they are mediocre, meaning that they're not striving for anything great. And great doesn't mean what I think great is. It really doesn't, because my great is different than other people's great. What I mean by that is that they're just living. They're just going to work, doing their thing, and then they're rinsing and repeating. And whenever they do tell somebody that they're going to do something or whatnot, they don't do it. They bitch about it. They complain. They tell you that they really can't really focus on what matters the most to them. To them. And that's the thing. It's to them. It's not to me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. That's your stuff. That's what you care about. But people who give a crap about what they want to do in their lives, that's what gets me going. That's what's so cool about people. That's what's so cool about the world. It's like they will do anything in order to get the thing that they want to get. That's the fascination that I have with people. And unfortunately, it's not a lot. I don't know really why I brought that up and how that relates to this situation that we're talking about right now. But I think the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway that I can give you in all that I'm trying to say and do, get you to think about in your own life, because it's not so much about me. It is about me, but I'm just talking about it. And hopefully when you do listen to this, you can get some like real type of realization about what you want to do in your life. And you're taking those steps to get there. I think that's really what I'm talking about right now. I think that's the beauty of podcasting again. I don't know if this is my new thing right now to where I need some type of therapeutic type of medium to get me to a place to where I can really grow and establish myself the way I want to. But it is what it is, right? It's the thing that gets me going. It's the thing that gets me thinking in a way to where it does make sense, right? And as much as that path may change or do its thing and all that good stuff, I have to stay diligent. So yeah, so it's interesting I'm saying this, but I'll say it anyway. But yeah, I don't know how long I will be doing coffee. There's been a couple of blocks in a road, and probably if I had more views here and there, probably feel a little differently. But it's okay. I have to keep pushing. I have to figure this out. These are just little problem solving issues that I need to figure out, right? You're going to go through that too. You're going to go through that in whatever you decide to do. Even if you decide to want to poop upstairs versus pooping downstairs, or I'm going to have this bag of coffee this week and I'm going to change it up next week. I think I think that's going to be a telling thing, whatever you may want to do in your life. And I think that's going to be extremely critical that we get ourselves out there and we do understand the things that we're going to do. But I was going to do this privately this other segment, but I'm just gonna do it on here. I'm almost finished anyway, so I'm gonna talk about it on here, and we're gonna see how it goes. Every day, almost every day, in order to get better and more comfortable in front of a camera, what I usually do is I will have my camera right here in this exact same position, and I will have my mic on here, and I will push play, and I will talk into the camera like I'm talking to you, like a person, and I'm talking to them about coffee tips and tricks and all that stuff, because the channel more so is going to be a way to where people will get who I am. They will know that I'm talking to them, that I'm expressing myself, but not only really about me expressing myself, but I'm trying to give you something that's helpful in your coffee journey. I'm at where with my coffee journey. I do think I do have some things that's going to be extremely helpful, beneficial to you, but this is just another way to where I can get reps in the tank, to where I can express myself to you and for you. That's why these videos really matter so much to me. I came to that conclusion about a month ago. All the videos that I've done already, they were done more so because of what I was feeling and doing and wanting to do. There are some of the videos that I will continue to do moving forward, but the biggest takeaway is like really trying to understand who you are. So here we go. This is one of the things that I've been thinking about for the past week or so, and here we go. We're going to talk about it live. It's going to be posted. We'll see who will listen to this, but here we go. I've been contemplating taking on side work, and not contemplated. I actually been in movement and focus and all that stuff and doing side work. And the side work is not in coffee, it's in engineering. So I've been actively pursuing different consultants and trying to figure out what other things I can do in order to help fund, to help push the business forward, coffee business. Because it needs money, right? It needs money to keep going in a direction to where it does make sense for everybody in order to do, right? More than what I'm getting at the current situation and then paying things. It's, you understand, it's life, right? So I'm going to pretend that I'm talking to myself. So I'm going to be in that character, but you understand what I'm talking about. Here we go. So I'm wondering, why do I need to do this? It makes sense for me to do this. I think I need to focus on what is really important. If I keep going down this rabbit hole of trying to find this consultant, help this consultant out, and nothing is really materializing in that way, I think the biggest issue that I'm really having with a lot of this stuff is that it has taken me away from coffee, my true love, my true passion. Sometimes she doesn't give a fuck about me, right? But hear me out. Here's the thing about all of this right here is that I've been thinking about this for about a week, and it's been there for a while. And kind of like what views are not really there for me. I'm not getting that much love or action from people. Meaning that when I put myself out there for this consulting type of work, right? I even got an LLC on this, right? Which is kind of crazy, bizarre. Could change it up, whatever I want to do, right? Is that they're trying to get me to do things that I haven't done in years. I'm 20 plus years in the game, right? In this engineering stuff. And somebody wants me to design. I don't want to design. Project management. That's what I do. But it also could be the point to where that's not what that's out there for me, But here's the thing about that. I think the biggest picture, the biggest things that I'm realizing right now is that I am in a place right now because I'm not truly committing to coffee. It doesn't, what is this? Whatever. I'm I'm not truly committing to coffee. I think that's part of why I am. I'm doing certain things right now that I'm doing. It could be. I don't really know. It's interesting that I'm talking right now about this situation and that I need to really truly focus because I thought about if I really truly focused on coffee, gave it like 100%. I'm giving it most of the percentages. But think about this. If I gave coffee 100%, like focused, like determined on what I need to want to do with coffee and let it go the way it wants to go, I think I'll be in a better place. Mainly because I'm not really thinking about all this other side shit that I can probably do to make a little bit more money. Because that's the thing about this. Since I'm not actually doing the project management type of work, I'll be relearning something or learning something new, right? And I'm already learning a lot of shit already. I'm learning not Photoshop, but Canva, thumbnails. I'm learning scripting. I'm learning outlining. I'm learning how to talk in front of the camera. I'm learning about all that stuff. That's going to only help me get better to talk to people who wants to take me on their coffee journey. That's the stuff that I'm learning. And we don't know where the clients are going to really, truly, really come, right? And I can do little tips and tricks really easily and all that stuff, right? I think that is the issue that I have right now when I'm like teetering back and forth between this engineering and then coffee. What I do during the day is fine. I don't have an issue with that. But when I simplified it, when I thought about really what my world would look like if I actually just focused on this coffee thing, things got a lot more simpler. There's not that many things that I really need to focus on. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things I need to focus on. Tons of them. I'm still overwhelmed right now. I still haven't delved into the Amazon world. I know I need to get into the email marketing world. And there's probably another app or two that I may need for AI because I can't truly really afford somebody to actually pick up the pieces where I fall flat on. But there's so much stuff that I can do more of. I'm posting at least one YouTube video a week, do 2 podcasts, some blog posts. Think about that. That's a lot of stuff, but it's not enough. I need to keep going. I can probably post a couple of videos a week. Well, I don't want to overwhelm people, but you get what I'm saying. I can batch these. I can get these done. And again, it's all about helping other people. And when I focus only on that, it makes things a lot easier. It makes things a lot simpler. So I think that's that thing that I need to really think about. Not really think about, just do. Again, I've been thinking about this for the past week, and it's probably been in my head for the past month of getting frustrated with these consultants. And probably they're actually doing me a big favor right now. They're not fucking with me because I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. This is the situation that we're in right now. And I think I've always kind of made coffee my side chick, right? It was always there, but not like putting her in the forefront, putting her right in the open. I need to put her in the open now. Truly, really put her out in the open. I need to take her out to dinner. I need to take her out to the bars and dance floor and show her off to the world. Show her off to the world. Let people know how awesome she is. Truly and really do that, right? I think that's where I'm at with this. This is the key to a lot of stuff here. And like I said, when I'm thinking about this and I'm analyzing the situation and looking at what I'm trying to do with this stuff, life has gotten a lot simpler. And that's okay. Keep it simple because you got some other stuff to worry about. You got life, you got friends, you got kids who want to play Roblox only. When I tell them to pick a project, they just run away from me. There's a lot of things that can and need to be done outside of coffee, outside of all the stuff that I do during the day. But when I keep things simple, when I'm not like teetering back and forth and staying diligent, staying focused and knowing that I can do this, that's when I know things are going to be in the right matter. That's when I know things are going to be in a way that where it does make sense for people. to get to me to where I am giving them 100% of the things that matter the most. I think that's where it's at right now. And as I think about this and get closer to coffee, 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 the world will be better. Probably a small bit of the world will be better because I've helped contribute my thoughts and my drive, my care, my instructions, my tips, and my passion. I need to put the passion in the forefront. And I think that's okay. I think that's the thing that we need to focus on the most, right? We need to focus on the things that will help us and guide us and keep us going and get us in a way to where we are making sense in all of this. So 100% on coffee. Anything that does come your way, especially something that's bullshit, especially in engineering, just don't do. Don't even focus on. Not going to even worry about it because it is what it is. The biggest thing, the biggest takeaway is that I need to stay focused on what is important. That's the way I will truly understand what business really means beyond me making a buck or two from the product that I sell or the services that I give out. Because I think I'm understanding that business is people. It doesn't work without people, whichever way that you look at it. That could be a topic for another day. Business is people. I'll write that down. So I think that's what I got for you. I think we're good right now. We're going to see how this works and we're going to roll with it. We're not going to put a time frame on it. We're just going to roll with it. We'll see where the path takes us. And I think I'm ready for that. Keeping things more simple will progress me even further. So that's what we got. Talk to you later. Bye.